Awaiting orders. Of course. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Of course. At once. Agreed. Very well. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Of course. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order. Awaiting orders. Reporting. Waiting order. Reporting. Affirmative. 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 Comrade? Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Now. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Comrade. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, over now. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, over now. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Report. Acknowledged. Yes. Reporting. Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting orders. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, affirmative.
Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, affirmative.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Comrade?
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Moving out. Moving out.
Waiting order.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Comrade?
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
As you wish, of course.
Unit lost.
At once.
Unit lost. Mission failed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very well.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Comrade? Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes,
Reporting.
Comrade? Order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Waiting orders.
Affirmative.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Comrade? Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Awaiting acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering and out.
Comrade? Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Waiting
Awaiting
orders.
orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Waiting
Affirmative.
order. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Order. Comrade? Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Comrade? Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Reporting.
Waiting order. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting. Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Waiting affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Comrade? Affirmative.
Report. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost. Unit lost.
Waiting order.
Engineering and out. Yes, sir.
Comrade? Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative.
Engineering.
Waiting order.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes. Affirmative. Engineering. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. And out. Engineering. Affirmative.
Waiting order.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes,
Unit
sir. Yes.
lost.
Affirmative. Out. Moving out. Moving out. Affirmative. Moving out. Moving out. Yes, affirmative.
Ready and waiting.
Engineering. Moving out.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Waiting orders at once. As you wish. Agreed. At once. Very well.
Engineering.
Ready and waiting. Waiting orders.
Yes, sir. Engineering. Moving out.
Ready and waiting. As you wish. Ready and waiting.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Report affirmative. Ready and waiting. Waiting orders. Very well. Acknowledged. Agreed. At once. As you wish. As you wish. Yes, sir. Affirmative. As you wish. At once. Yes, sir. As you wish. Acknowledged. At once. Agreed. As you wish. Very well. Ready and waiting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Very well. Very well. Of course.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Engineering. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At once. Very well.
Moving out. Moving out.
Agreed. Acknowledged. As you wish.
Unit
Yes.
lost. Unit lost.
Comrade? Awaiting orders. Of course. Acknowledged. Agreed. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting.
Waiting order,
Yes.
sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order. Comrade, affirmative.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Comrade, affirmative. Affirmative.
Engineering. Moving out.
Comrade, acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Comrade, affirmative.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Comrade, affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Comrade, acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Waiting affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wait.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Engineering. Moving out.
Agreed. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Engineering. Yes, moving out.
Awaiting orders. Reporting.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Affirmative. As you wish.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Waiting order.
Awaiting orders.
Affirmative.
Engineering. Reporting.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Comrade order. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Engineering. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Comrade. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Awaiting
Reporting.
orders.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Waiting order.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders.
Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders.
Acknowledged.
At once. Affirmative.
Engineering.
Waiting
Awaiting
orders.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Engineering.
Report waiting.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Engineering.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Comrade. Affirmative. Yes. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Affirmative. Engine. Yes.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order. Yes, sir. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Yes, waiting order.
Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting
Yes,
orders.
affirmative.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering. Awaiting orders.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting
Comrade
orders.
order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering. Reporting.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Comrade. Waiting
Reporting.
order. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Mission failed.
Awaiting orders. Reporting. Acknowledged. Of course. Acknowledged. Of course. Of course. Awaiting orders.
Comrade? Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At once. Yes, sir.
Awaiting
Acknowledged.
Comrade? Acknowledged.
Yes,
Waiting
affirmative.
affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Waiting order.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Comrade?
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Comrade? Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Ready
Yes,
and
sir.
waiting. Very well.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Engineering. Yes, sir.
Reporting.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Of course.
Yes, moving out.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Engineering. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. As you wish. Affirmative. Acknowledged. As you wish. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Waiting
Unit
order.
lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 As you wish. At once.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Unit lost.
Awaiting. As you wish. At once. Of course.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Yes, sir.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Unit
Reporting.
lost.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering. Engineering.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Engineering out. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. As you wish. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. As you wish. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Reporting. Agreed. Yes, sir.
Engineering out.
Reporting. Acknowledged. As you wish. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Engineering. Moving out.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Agreed. Of orders. Agreed. Very well, very well.
Affirmative.
Agreed.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Awaiting
sir.
orders.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Yes, moving out.
Waiting orders.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Yes, moving out.
Yes, sir. Waiting orders.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Agreed. At once.
Yes, affirmative.
Waiting order.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Awaiting.
Yes, sir.
Very well.
Reporting.
Awaiting. Ready and
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order.
yes, sir.
Affirmative. Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Yes, affirmative. Moving out.
Awaiting orders.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Engineering.
Waiting order.
Acknowledged.
Engineering.
Waiting order.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Engineering. Moving out. Moving out.
Awaiting orders.
Affirmative.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Engineering. Moving out.
Comrade.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.